Welcome to Nicole's Vegas Views. I'm Nicole Vegas, and I have a very special, talented guest, Lisa Wilcox.
Hi, sweetheart.
How
are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying. Today so far in Las Vegas, it's really nice out.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
It's not hot, but we're gonna get there.
And it's not windy.
It was
today.
though. Yeah,
it
so
was,
far,
but
yes.
it's like a nice breeze, and it's the dry heat.
Yeah, because
That's key.
Yes. Oh my gosh, there's so much about you. I got to meet you on Sean C. Phillips' set. I think it's for Woods Witch.
Yes. Totally fun.
Yeah, and
totally
I didn't really know much about you. I mean, you gave me some insider tips and everything like that with SAG and everything. And then I got to meet you again on the set of Desert Fiends.
Yes.
Which was really amazing because then I got to see really how you interact with other people, your charisma, how you're able to transition right into the character. And that's amazing. You got to work with Michael Pare.
Yes, Michael Pare. We had so much fun. We're the swinging couple.
Yeah,
Still staying in the 80s, you know what I mean? Even though it's 2023.
Well, I love those kind of movies.
Yeah.
When I got to connect with you too, I realized then also that you're starred in the Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5. And I just saw the pictures. She's like, Nicole, you really need to watch this. And I did, because your character, from how you present yourself, transition from shy, daydreamer, not very confident, to this warrior. A warrior. I mean, you kicked butt.
Yeah. No, Freddie never got me.
No, twice you survived.
Twice. So I have a T-shirt. This is Alice Lids that I had made. Yeah.
You should sell those.
I'm sold out.
Oh, you're sold out. You need to make more then.
I need to make more.
I would have bought some too. I would have put the online link right on there.
I know, right? Oh shoot. I will.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, it was quite interesting to keep that arc consistent, because we don't film in sequence of the script. So what I did in my script is I actually wrote who had died in each scene. So because it sounds so morbid, but I embrace their powers and their bad habits too. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Remember, like the smoking thing?
Yeah, because you're like, I don't,
because Kristen's died. Now I'm smoking. So I had to write. So I knew that if we're doing scene 33 in the morning and then scene 19, in the afternoon, I knew kind of what level of strength that my character should be at to make it believable that she doesn't just go from shy to, like that.
Yeah, so. I liked it. I watched it a couple times. I bought the movies. You need to go watch Freddy Krueger, especially Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5. The creativity, behind the scenes too. I was paying attention to. I know some of your scenes got cut out with the sneakers.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Because at one point I was carrying a rifle or getting a rifle out of the house or something like that. Anyway, that was all cut out.
I'm seeing everybody. I have a lot of Joe Gazelle. There's a lot of people from Desert Fiends that are chiming in, stuff like that. Because I do it where you can interact too.
Oh, cool.
So if they have any questions or anything going on where they wouldn't be able to normally ask you, unless they go to Monster Palooza coming up.
Yeah.
You have a Monster Palooza?
Yes.
Or no,
yes, it's going to be a slew of us from Nightmare on Elm Street for the Dream Master. So we haven't done Monster Palooza probably in 5 years or 6, and Robert will be there, and it's a great show.
So, to go back on that, I saw that you did a lot of fighting scenes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yes. I have a behind the scenes photo that's actually at autograph shows. I have behind the scenes, and Robert doesn't have his sweater on. He has his makeup on, but not hit the sweater. And Rennie Harlan, you see the back of his arm, and Rennie is directing us, and we're blocking a scene in the church where we had all that. So the gray tank top that I wear underneath the jacket, my jacket's not on in this photo, but it's completely sweaty. You can see the sweat stains on my shirt. Yeah,
because people don't realize. I mean, you have to be careful because you have to set it up for each one. It's like a dance when you're doing stunts. How did you prepare for that? Because I went to stunts, and me being a newer actor, for the last 2 years. I mean,
Yeah.
you're very seasoned, and you're very aware, and you've been working very hard in this industry. And
I
how did
quit.
you do
I
that?
stopped for like 15 years because I got married and I had children, and I really wanted, once the kids started school, I didn't want to be flying off to do films and whatnot. And my husband, so I got to be at home mom, and
That's important.
You know,
That's a responsibility,
yeah.
and you only have that short window.
that's
'Cause
right.
Mine are now, my 2 are grown, and I'm like,
Yeah,
and
goes
then-
so fast.
Yeah, it does go so fast.
Yeah, and do room mom stuff, you know,
Yeah.
field trips, you know.
I mean, yes, I did it all too.
Yeah.
And that's your priority, because your family, out of everything, is your priority. You have to be there for them, and you know they need the mom.
Yep.
It's like you're the rock.
Yeah, and I had an at-home mom too. So I
Oh, yeah.
wanted my kids to have that same,
I do it. No, mine too.
know?
Yeah, even though my youngest is 11, he came downstairs. He's like, "Mom, can you give me pour me milk?" I'm like, "You can pour yourself milk," but I do literally do everything for them.
Yeah.
But what a transition from the mom, because that's a juggle too now, because you're still a mom. You're
Yeah,
still
but they're all
married.
grown. I'm divorced. The kids are all grown, and I'm a grandma.
And that's another thing where, I haven't experienced that yet. My kids could make me a grandma. They're in their 20s.
Mhm.
And that's another special
Totally.
experience. I
Totally.
can't wait. I don't
She's
even know.
adorable.
I will be shouting that too from the world.
Okay, and get this. She was born 11 days early. She was born on Halloween Day.
Special, a Halloween baby.
And a blue moon.
That is even more special.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that is wild.
What are the chances of that?
That is special. So that's extra special then for Halloween now, to celebrate her birthday.
Yes, and I have a Halloween day in Vegas.
You do
Las
have-
Vegas, Halloween is Lisa Wilcox Day.
Is it? Okay, did you hear that, everybody?
I was awarded a plaque, a certificate, this beautiful certificate signed by the mayor and the city council. And what an honor, right?
I'm going to make sure I
So-
share that and make an event. What can people do in your honor for your day?
Go trick-or-treating.
Oh, definitely. I
Throw a Halloween party and invite me.
I could do that. I do set up my house every year. Very scary. People come just to go there. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I'm totally.
you like that too?
I've done Halloween parties too. I think the most fun thing was, so you buy the plastic body parts, and I filled the bathtub up with water and put the parts floating in the water.
I can't wait.
I
to
thought
do
that was
I
kinda
think I'm going to
funny.
do that for my son that's 11 still, and he goes to his bathroom. You're like,
Yeah.
"Mom, what are you doing? Why did you
throw him in the shower or whatever?
Yeah, I'll put some red dye in there too. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it in my pool.
Oh,
It's even bigger, so my nosy neighbors will be
yes, your pool.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think I'm gonna
yes,
do my pool.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta make it bigger to where everybody
Yes.
peeps in,
Yes,
because
yes.
you've been to my house.
Yes.
No, she's not gonna tell anybody where I live though.
No.
Yeah, no telling where I live. Oh yes. So Kevin said, I don't know if you ever heard the Freakland Brothers haunted houses out here.
Yes, and I haven't gone yet.
So my friend,
They have the billboards all over, right? Is that what? Is that?
I don't know if they have it, but
Oh.
Janae Molnar and Duke Molnar, their son, JT Molnar, does movies. He just did one with a couple of years back with Francesca Eastwood and Chad Michael Murray. So I will connect you. And I'll
Yeah,
make sure that they give you the VIP
Totally.
treatment and treat you really good. I had Noel G go there with his crew.
you'll come with me.
Oh, I will make sure that you're taken care of all the
Okay.
way. You don't have to wait in line. You'll get the
I
shirt.
love it. I'm
Um,
so in.
you'll
So
do
in.
all-
I love haunted houses.
but this one's different though.
Ooh.
This one has a waiver there's 3 of them, but the one from the Gates of Hell, you have to sign a waiver. So maybe I'll let you.
I love it.
You would?
Yes.
Do it? Oh my gosh.
I've loved
amazing.
horror
Okay.
since I was little. Since I was a tiny little thing.
That's
I've
amazing.
always loved horror.
But I didn't know too much. I mean, we did
Yeah.
have a conversation, but
yeah,
we didn't really
but we
talk
were working
about.
too. We were working.
Yeah, we didn't really
That's
talk
it.
about how much you love horror, because I love horror.
Uh,
And I like when people step it up. So in those movies that you did with Freddy Krueger, it was so creative. Wasn't it really, it pulls you in because it takes you to a different level of creativity. And I love that part.
I think it's because he takes advantage of your fears. How terrifying is that?
It's so
And
creative,
to do it
though.
through your dreams.
I love that.
I mean, it's a very, to me, sophisticated horror.
It's
It's
the
very
way you did
clever.
things. So, how much? I know that it says you started in, I think it was 1984, your film debut, because I did some research. I had to do some research. I
I see there. Give me an F.
Do I get enough? Do I get
No,
enough?
you don't.
Give
Now,
me- oh,
when
yeah.
I took actually, I went to graduated from UCLA, and I took a quarter off from school.
I won't be able to read that from here, I don't think.
I can't read that from here either. But anyway, so I took a quarter off from school, and it was actually called originally The Big Cheer, not Give Me an F. But it was your typical 80s T&A film. But I learned so much. I was a featured extra. And what's kind of funny is, so it's based on cheerleader teams, right? I'm part of the Demon Squad. What foreshadowing is that? Okay. And we were like the sexy chicks that smoked. We wore red and white, and we had it happening kind of thing. So it was a lot of fun. But it was an advantage, and for many years it was the big cheer on my resume. And a casting directors was misread it as The Big Chill, the very famous movie in the 80s. So,
you must know, John.
So it was in my advantage,
That's amazing.
Anyway, it's funny.
So what made you go into that career field too? What was the passion and the drive that excelled you into that?
It is very interesting. I'm from Missouri originally, and I did do one play there. And actually, I was very much like Alice, was shy, but I did love like an English class when you had to read out loud, I love to read out loud. So I auditioned for a play. Well, the TV show MASH.
Yes.
Well, it was a play, actually. So I had 2 scenes playing Ms. Randazzo. So just imagine, so I'm like the spike-heeled, sexy secretary, what they called them then. And our scene is in front of the curtain. And it's a desk and the boss, and I have my steno pad, and I saw him, and then I sit on the desk, cross my legs. Okay, so it's 400 people in the auditorium, and I'm walking, and footlights, what footlights are? They're in the stage.
Okay.
And they can be up, with lights shining, or locked and flat. So they're supposed to be locked and flat. And this is where I have to walk. Guess what? One of them isn't locked. My foot, center stage, my foot goes down. I'm in this strappy high heeled. My steno pad goes flying. Now the audience thinks this is part of the show. They're laughing and I'm literally center stage, and I cannot untangle myself from. So finally backstage, I realized something's amiss. So the guy who's playing Hawkeye, who was my boyfriend, who was the quarterback of the football team, he pops his head out. He saves me from the nasty situation I was in and proceeded to do the scene. So no one knew who I was at school, but after that incident,
they did.
Did
they finally realize that you did need the help, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And
yeah,
they came up to you afterwards.
No, because I was fine. I didn't break an ankle or anything.
Good.
I was just literally trapped because my shoe was dangling off my ankle, and oh my God, it was crazy. Oh, no. But I rather enjoyed the experience. But after that, I decided I wanted to be a doctor. That summer we moved to California, and that's what I had my sights set on. Well, so a friend that I meet had an audition at a playhouse in Newport Beach. And Buddy Epson, remember Buddy Epson? He had a playhouse. He's Barnaby Jones. He's 70s. Anyway, so I go with my friend, and I'm sitting there in the audience watching the auditions. And this lady keeps tapping my shoulder. "You're auditioning, right?" I said, No, I'm just here with a friend. She was very persistent. So finally I got up. I auditioned for this play, and I got the lead role in a movie called, a play called The Hot Al Baltimore by Lanford Wilson. And then I won awards and stuff like that. And I got bit by the bug.
Good thing that somebody was persistent on tapping.
Yes. So I just did, I don't know how I did it, but it's full-time high school and also doing plays at night for play after play after play, and then UCLA.
So it's good to start in plays. Can you sing?
I can.
Oh, see,
I've sung in a TV movie, Bring Me the Head of Debbie Gillis, and I've done a couple musicals.
Yeah, that is. And then I know
theater's great training ground.
Is it? So maybe that Super Summer Theater that's out in Spring Mountain Ranch.
Oh, you had emailed that.
I did email you.
Yes.
It's a really beautiful area.
I looked it up. It's stunning.
It is stunning.
We'll have to go.
I did go for Desert Fiends is filmed there too.
Oh, they did.
They did film it there. Yes, they did. There was crazy scenes. So,
Oh, wow.
So when we do have the red carpet and all that stuff too, people get to see all the different areas. I really want to put a spotlight on Vegas talent and the business and then everything else. So the people that I know, I kind of try to all smush together and collaborate, because I really love when people that I really enjoy, I can connect them to other people that I also enjoy, and then they can make movie magic, collaborate, business.
Well, with Mark Wahlberg here now, I mean, he really wants to make Vegas the new Hollywood.
Remember that nickname?
So many.
Baby LA. I was like, that's what
Baby
they said.
LA. That's
Baby
right.
LA.
Yes, Baby LA. Yes. And you know, so many people. I read too that Las Vegas is the second top city that people have moved to since the pandemic.
It is. It's
number 2.
It is. It's there's a lot. It's a lot of growth. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I know there's so many. I just talked to somebody last week on Sunday, and he's going to be doing a movie out here. Now that I know, I mean, you don't mind if I be like, you know.
Absolutely.
You're for hire, right?
Absolutely.
Clown
I mean, I
Motel 3.
I audition, but usually it's just offers because of you know, I've done a lot. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of stuff. So anyway, and auditioning, I can't auditioning. Oh, it's so painful.
Well, it's different now, but I think it's going to go back into in person, which, you know, I didn't realize the difference because I never had to do in person. All I've had to do, and I didn't know the difference until you were sharing with me.
Oh my
what
goodness.
a difference it is.
Really is.
I'm going to do that.
Thank you. I feel it.
I see, but I didn't want it because, you know, people are watching. I'd be like, what's she doing?
Thank you. I feel it. Thank you.
Better.
Well, it's just that it's now remote auditions, and the thrill of auditioning it is walking onto this Paramount studio lot, which is full of history. And you're actually there. And then you have your casting director and a reader, and they have the camera set up, and it's all, and you don't have to have it memorized. They don't want you to have it memorized for a first time read because they don't want you to be stuck in something, you know, because it's a give and take, you know. And casting director, you know, they say, I really liked how you did that. Can you try this way? I mean, that's the joy of it, is creating. With remote auditioning, you're just by yourself. You have to find a reader. You've become a gaffer. You have to set up pole, drape, control your environment. I have a dog. I can't control him. You know what I mean?
But I didn't know the difference. And it's so imperative.
Oh my God. It's so hard.
Oh, John's like, look at John. Like, he's like trying to studio. But at the same time, though, I didn't know the difference till you shared your information. You took the time to share with me. It's, you know, you missed the in-person, and you're not alone on that, because I just went to another Vegas event, and they were sharing that they are missing the in-person.
Yes.
Because you can only show a headshot, and then you get to see your character, but you don't get the energy. You don't get
interaction, the energy. Yes, I have, you know, someone on my iPad reading with me, but they're from Texas. They're not with me, you know, and I don't know enough actors here.
You will.
To call.
You will. I will make sure.
But then it's scheduling with the reader, and you know, before all you have to do is focus on your part. You know, you don't have to worry about all the electronics and all that, and you know, electronic problems that happen, or the phone isn't charged enough, or blah, 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 you know, it's so stressful. But it takes away from the acting.
And that's what a lot of people are saying. So I'm hoping, I think it's slowly going back, but I know there's strikes going on. There's a lot of stuff. But at the same time, when there's strikes going on there, then there is the independent filmmakers that will hire you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have what, 6 films
easily.
I've already done 3 this year, and I have 6 more to do.
Oh, you probably have
and
more
they're mostly independents. Some are union. I'm 5 course. I can do union or non-union.
It's great.
But it's great, and all these fabulous roles. And as I get older, I'm getting to play a lot more kind of character roles, and like really evil CEOs and things like that.
I picture you every time you say something. I picture you as that. Every time you say a role of what you did or what you're going to do, I could picture everything you say.
And I just did a trailer trash chick chewing gum.
Oh, you were telling me that. Oh my gosh, that's
so
fabulous.
it's all over. You know, it's like, it's what's so fun about acting. It's just creating these characters, from, you know, nuns to prostitutes. It's all over.
And you're open to any role.
Mm-hmm.
That's That's good to know.
But no nudity.
No, well, yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I'm too old for that anyway.
Well,
they don't want to see me naked.
Well, I wouldn't do it either because there's some people, some people I had sent stuff. I said, well, I don't do.
And I don't mind people do. That's their choice. I just know.
No, I won't be doing nudity either. People ask me, I was like, no. And they're like, why not? Because if I do for one, then everybody's like, well, they'll pretty much want that. And I don't want, there's a lot of women that will.
Sure. Sure.
Let's keep
and
it up.
And they have a lot more followers than I do. But
yeah, I guess
it's
okay. But you're doing things because you have a family. You really care about having good credibility and a good image, and I respect that 100%.
And that's kind of why I chose when I had children. I was like,
I've 3 boys,
like,
so yes.
I can't imagine my children watching me.
I know because they will.
Yeah, and their friends will.
And they might.
How horrifying! Yeah. I'd be horrified.
Yeah, me too. So no, I'm good with that too.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but you know how
Personal
to kick
choice.
butt. You know how to do fighting scenes. You know how to transition with somebody from shy to extreme, command presence, take charge. You have it all.
Thank you.
Because I didn't. When you're like, Nicole, you have to really watch these movies. Like, why? And
So you
I
can
didn't
understand.
get it. And I 100% understand now why you were like insistent on that because. The way you were able to transition, and it wasn't just me seeing you on set of Desert Fiends too, because I saw how well you were with everybody. And I love people that are in the spotlight that actually take the time to give back to their fans and connect with other people in the community because it is, like we were sharing, raising that vibration.
Yeah, no, because I am a fan. I mean, if Al Pacino walked through that door, I'd be like, oh my God.
I wonder if I'd recognize him. I'd be like, what's going on?
Excuse me.
I know.
Speaking of Al Pacino, yeah, it was him. I read an article that he was talking about the auditioning thing too. And he said, I don't know how actors can do it because it is about that energy in the room and being at the studio and that interaction. So
and
anyway,
there is some truth to it because I had directors they're like, oh, we like your look.
Yeah.
But we would never have seen this from you if we didn't meet you. So they always wanted to meet me and to see who I am.
Yeah.
And I didn't know because they look for this certain energy, something that you give out. There's something, I don't know what it is, but I see it in other people. And then I understood.
And that stage presence, they want to see if you have that stage presence. You know what I mean?
Well, now I'm getting to it.
Not everybody has it.
No, they don't. There's something where people are drawn to.
Yeah.
Like a magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is something. And you have that. Yeah, and everything. There's everything that you've done so well. I do want to say that we're going to do a short. I have some YouTube clips that I shared that I want people to be able to connect and support you on your YouTube page.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
love it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We're going to stay tuned, but we're going to share Lisa Wilcox YouTube and also how you can connect with her to Monster Palooza coming up in Pasadena.
Yep.
So.
Yep, June 2nd.
Hey, all you Nightmare on Elm Street fans. I'm Lisa Wilcox, and I played Alice Johnson in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, and Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. And what am I doing here? Yes, I have the Hollywood sign behind me. I live here in Hollywood, in Los Angeles. And I have this idea to revisit locations where we actually filmed Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And I want to share it with all of you. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this fun little walk down Nightmare on Elm Street 4 memory lane. Yes. We are starting on the kids. Yes, we are. I'll tell you why in a minute. Anyway, Lisa here, and we are at the Johnson residence here in Burbank. It's the cutest house. Is it not the cutest, darling house? Oh my gosh, brings back so many memories. Oh man. Anyway, I have to tell you, the kids. Okay, I wore kids a lot in Nightmare 4, and do you know these days you can't even buy them in a store anymore? The good old canvas kids. I looked everywhere. I had to order them online finally. And the kids, I want to tell you a story about a scene that did not make the film, and it's a close-up of the kids and Alice running through the house, and she grabs, yes, a rifle. Okay. Now that scene obviously did not make the movie, and we know what our weapon of choice is: Rick's nunchucks. Yay! Speaking of nunchucks, they're illegal in California, so I couldn't get my hands on any. So I made my own. What do you think? Now you know what to do with paper towel roll and, oh, I don't know, leftover chain from an old chandelier. Sure, you have that lying around. So now you know what to do. Arts and Crafts Day. Anyway, they sent us, me and Andras, to karate school for a day so that we could learn how to manage the nunchucks without knocking ourselves like in the head, right? And of course there is a body double to do like the really fancy stuff. Okay, many of you have brought up the stunt double. Yes, there's a stunt double who does the fancy stuff with the nunchucks. She did an amazing job. However, the wig, right? The wig. Oh my gosh. Ooh, kind of a dead giveaway that it's not really Alice. Anyway, it's all right. It's cool. So a little more walking down memory lane at the Johnson residence. And remember this driveway scene and the trash cans. Drive up in the car, hit those trash cans because I am in a hurry to battle up for my fight with Freddy. And yeah, I have to say the car that I was driving was stick shift, and I didn't know how to drive stick shift. So that was really interesting when I'm like trying to learn how to do stick shift in like the hospital scene in the parking lot, and it was like, Anyway, and I just met the lovely, lovely people that actually live here. And we're going to go in the back, too, and take a look at the scene when Rick comes out of the window, and eventually I come out the window as well. All right, we're going to do some more. So here I am standing in the back porch of the Johnson residence. And yes, in 1988, this porch was not here. They remodeled, and it's so pretty and lovely, lovely, lovely. But what is still here is the famous window right there. That's the window where Rick climbs out and he's like, going to the club, honey, I think is how the line went.
Something wrong with the stairs?
It's avoid all contact day.
What?
Whoa. When Dad's popping aspirin like popcorn, it's avoid all contact day.
Waiting for a limo?
I'm up to the club, honey. Let's go.
And eventually, Alice, I jump out that window too, as I gain my powers and my confidence. So anyway, pretty fun. This is just so surreal to me because seriously, it feels like we filmed this like 2 days ago. It's wild. And I have a little surprise for you that will be coming up in another episode, which is the actual owners of the home have their own stories about Nightmare on Elm Street themselves. So anyway, I'm not going to share too much, but you will find out. Thank you for joining me today at the Johnson residence. Toodaloo.
Boing.
Welcome back to Nicole Vegas Views. I'm Nicole Vegas with a lovely, beautiful, talented Lisa Wilcox. And I'm glad that you guys stayed tuned because guess what I made? I made nunchucks for Lisa. I know I had to share it. Can you share about your nunchuck scene?
Exactly. I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, on that YouTube you just watched, nunchucks are illegal in California. So I'm like, but I have to have nunchucks. So I, like you, paper towel holders and some chain that was laying around in the base in the garage or whatever, and made them. But I love it.
Yeah, I know I had to bring it. I was trying to get a Freddy prop because I was like, yeah. And these ones, if I was twirling around, I won't hit myself in the head. Right. I did hit myself in the head with real nunchucks once. And guess what? I don't even want to hold nunchucks ever again. Because, but you got to get trained on that. How was it? Because
they sent me and Andras, who plays Rick, my brother in it, who does all the karate stuff. They sent us to karate school so we wouldn't injure ourselves.
Yeah, it's easy. It doesn't look. It looks like it'd be easy. Right away within that minute, I tried to do something and I hit my. I did my. Maybe I did knock myself out. I don't remember, but it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Those are dangerous.
They're a deadly weapon. They're a deadly weapon.
Using them on set, how did you bypass that if they're illegal in California? Because it's like a special permission.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And for all I know, in the 80s, they weren't illegal.
No, they're
Oh, they
But-
were? Okay.
Right?
Oh.
So it was later on, that I don't know when they became legal.
Yeah, that was amazing though.
illegal.
I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm so glad I watched all that. Even the scene in the diner.
Yes.
So you had to age yourself. On the other end, how was that aging yourself?
Well, it was interesting because my mom and I look a lot like my mother, and I showed them a picture of my mom, and they're like, "Oh, maybe she could play old Alice," and then they decided, "Nah, she's too young. She was look too young." They wanted old, So they experimented with 3 different old age makeup to find the right look that they wanted.
Yes.
But I love that. I love that young Alice, the old Alice scene. I just think it's so clever,
I like that. Too.
and to play old, So I was just kind of shuffling and kind of hunched over, and and my voice,
Yeah, yes,
and
yes,
all that.
yeah.
And it was a lot. It's fun. It's fun to play old.
That was pretty cool. I like
And now
that.
I am older.
But you don't look like that, so it's not. They weren't even accurate. So they were way wrong on that. Just to let you know. And that you wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Like you, just beautiful, and you look.
I looked old.
But no, in that one you did. You don't look old in real life. You looked at in that film
I think
scene.
in that film I looked probably like 90.
70 years old. Yeah, you did. I mean, they really. I was like, no, that's not even accurate. And then I went and saw Nightmare 5, and now I understand with the controversy with abortion back then, especially so early. I mean, you really put things out there.
Premarital sex.
Yeah, rape.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was stuff like that. Yeah.
With the nun. With
Yeah, the nun. Yeah, yes.
Maniacs in the room. And then we have Greta's thing with eating
Oh,
disorders.
the eating disorders. Yes, and that's so huge.
I call 5. It's much more appreciated today than it was back then, for sure, because those subject matters were just taboo, and you just didn't talk about stuff like that. Now those subject matters we talk over a cup of coffee.
Yeah, just
you know
like
what
this,
I mean?
like right now.
Exactly. So I call it the brave little film.
It was really
for its time.
What was it like? And you weren't a mom yet at that time.
Mm-mm.
What was that
Pregnant.
like to then have that role as a mom? Like you're becoming pregnant, and how was that hard for you, or how did you transition into that role?
Well, interesting enough, shortly after Nightmare 5, I did become pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And started our family. I don't know. I just, you just imagine, I'm carrying a child. And something happens to you, just like for fear, What am I really scared of? I'm not really scared of Freddy Krueger, but I am scared of certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're able to
So you just
use those
imagine.
emotions from your experience and other parts
Yeah,
of your life.
and
to bring it in.
imagination.
Oh no, yeah, imagination. Bye. Lock me away then. I'd be gone. I wouldn't be here today. There was so much going on. And I think something at the end too, where I had to do research on because they didn't really tell what happened to Alice Johnson.
Right.
So they were saying like she ended up with everything that going on, terminally ill. Is that what? Was that? Oh, nothing. Okay. Oh, there's something that Lisa can't talk about.
No, they never finished the story of really Alice and Jacob. Yet.
Oh, okay. Look at this. Like,
we're working on it. I'm working on it.
That's really exciting. Yes.
But here's the thing: Robert Englund does not want to do the makeup again. But
Is there
there's
different
ways to get around
Yes.
that because in other Nightmare movies, he's not wearing the makeup. Even in Nightmare 5, there's a scene without him.
Yeah,
having
because
the
he was on the
makeup.
bed. I saw that. That
He was
was
on the
creepy.
bed,
That
and he was
so
also one of the freaks in the insane asylum without the
creepy.
makeup
Yeah,
on.
that's true too.
So,
yes.
so there's, we'll see.
That was a
We'll
creepy
see.
scene when he was over you and you stood up, and I was like, I don't know why, but it bothered me.
It was
It bothered me.
to have a strange man in your bed. Why would that bother you?
I
I don't
Even
understand.
if it
Come on.
It freaked me out, and I did watch it a couple of times just to not the whole entire movie, just to make sure because there's so much to it. And I still probably miss parts and everything like that with the creativity and everything like that. But everything you did and how she passed on the powers to you, And then you take it out other people's roles too, because you also had to take their characteristics and make it your own. So you had multiple roles in that role.
It was quite the role. It was,
Yeah,
I mean, it was
amazing.
amazing, but it's the kind of role actors love to play that has a character arc, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so fulfilling.
Filming those episodes with you. Somebody did episodes with you. David Peters. How do
David
you say it?
Peters.
David
Oh my
Peters.
gosh. Who lives here now?
He does. Let's
Yeah,
click it.
we
Let's click
did.
it.
We did the
Can we
YouTube
click it up
in
there? Okay. Hi, Lisa.
California.
Yeah, he said, good to see you again. That was
Oh my
fun filming
gosh.
those episodes with you.
Oh
So-
my gosh, we had so much fun, and he knows. I was telling Nicole about. Well, do we have time? Can I tell
Yeah,
the
you
story?
can. Yes.
Remember, David, when we were at the Johnson house, right? And you put the equipment in the Jeep, my Jeep, I'm in the seat, and this lady comes out with her son, and she's like, "Were you filming my house?
Oh.
Were you filming my house?" You know, and David's like,
He was with you. He
Yes,
was with
because he
you.
was just putting the equipment into the Jeep, and I'm already in the driver's seat to go to our next location. And he's like, "Lisa," and I hop out and I said, "Oh, hello, ma'am. We didn't, because we're very careful not to get the address, I think, right, or the license plate or anything like that." And I said, I'm Lisa Wilcox. I played Alice Johnson and Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm doing this. And she was just like, "You're Lisa Wilcox. You're
changed
Alice.
her tune
You're
and she freaked
Alice."
out, huh?
She's like, this is the Alice Johnson house. My husband dresses up as Freddy Krueger every Halloween, and it's been known for years
amazing.
that this is the house. And then she invited us inside the house, and she let us film in the back of the house so we could show where the window thing. And then she had me go in, and she had me reenact the scene. So their kitchen and dining room is identical to when we filmed in 1988. And she's like, "Would you mind reenacting that scene when you throw the bowl at your father and, you know, and blah." And I'm like, "Sure." So she gives me a Tupperware bowl. And I don't know how I remembered the lines, but I did. And I reenacted the scene for her. So anyway, a little behind the scenes trivia there.
I mean, that
It
was so
fun.
amazing, though. She comes to reprimand you, and at first I was like, I remember behind it when they were showing your clips and everything like that. I was like, "Would you go in?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm so glad." And I've been like nervous. I've been like nervous because then she changed the tone so much that she was like,
And it turned out her and her husband actually, don't remember exactly what they did, but they worked on Nightmare 2, the second one.
"Oh, they did."
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that is like such a correlation too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a full circle, and that was really cool. So I'm glad I came across those
I
YouTube clips. And
I am too. I'm so glad.
I was like,
They were
I'm ready
really
to
fun.
have Lisa show me her techniques, but these aren't really real ones, and they're not really movable. It's funny,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a lot of people sending messages, but I couldn't. I don't know if I could read it. Hold on. Can you read it for me, John?
It says, "Hi, Mayor Million. Bradley from Woodwitch here. My second film, but my first acting scene with lines was with Lisa Wilcox.
Ah,
First one.
hey.
It's
Thanks
special.
for being so kind and patient, as well as giving me some valuable tips. I was so nervous and starstruck. Yeah, I was so sad our path didn't cross on Desert Fiends, so I could thank you personally. I love you, Nicole and Lisa."
Aw, thank
Yeah,
you.
this is like a black card thing here. I don't have red today. So there's another thing too. I know that you've with your platform give back to nonprofits. Is there any ones that you could put a spotlight on that I can help share and support?
Yes, I'm a huge advocate for NAMI. It's called National Alliance for Mental Illness. Mental illness, and 1 out of 5 will have mental illness, and depression is in that category too. Now, this is years ago, and now we are so much more aware of mental illness, and there's still, of course, stigma and whatnot. But anyway, NAMI is a fantastic organization.
I'm definitely going to look that up. Thank you so much, because also when I started 2 years ago, I'm like, that's it. I can't even complain to you about anything yet. But a lot of insight with the show business, unlike anything I've ever experienced. The best part is connecting with good people and talent, and also that I was telling you, the vibration. There's something unlike anything I've ever experienced when you are with other people, and it's like something with uplifting. There's something in it. It's like magnetic. It's really special. And I want to be able to put a spotlight too on mental health, because a lot of people, everybody goes through something. And I think when people meet talents, because I know you'll be at that Monsterpalooza, people have saved all their money just to see you. They have saved everything just to meet you and other talents out there. It's huge. And for you to take that time and give back and just say hi and be pleasant how you are, that's a huge, I seen it. I was paying attention. It's like anything I've ever seen in my life, that chemistry then, and giving somebody that special time to say hi, how are you doing?
It's an amazing experience to meet all these, I mean, as an actor, there's an influence that you can have on people's lives.
Huge.
And Alice Johnson is definitely, I've heard so many wonderful stories about how the character of Alice just helped them through hard times, or the entire Nightmare on Elm Street series gave them such pleasure in a way to just disappear. So at the conventions, it's an honor. I mean, I'm a fan of them, you know what I mean? And it's pretty cool.
I can feel it right out of it.
Yeah.
And that's how you're meant to be in this showbiz, because you are their shining light and their star, and then they also are giving you the feedback and the goodness that you have provided them all those years.
And then they learn I'm just a ham. I'm just a regular old person. You know what I mean?
You are. I mean, yes, but then also you're not, because you work hard and you're in that public eye. So that's where you work harder, more responsibility, because you have you have your family, but then you also have this business that can be very demanding. And I didn't realize until I went in it, with all the overflow of emails and messages, and you can't get to everybody. You do your best. You do your best to connect and reach out, but when you have that overflow, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
It is impossible.
And I know some people get upset, but I can't.
Yeah.
It's just not possible to respond to everybody or anything, because I'm off travel, filming. I'm memorizing lines takes quite a bit of time.
Yes.
Like you said, the emails and contracts and script changes, and then you have wardrobe calling you, and then you have, it's
and conventions too. It's not
conventions.
And you have your family. It's not like it's
a lot.
You can spread yourself.
It's a very full life, which I am grateful for.
Yeah. So I just want to put that out there, because a lot of people
appreciate that.
Were messaging me like, "Oh, you did get back to me." And I'm like, this much I just started. I was like, let's relax. I can't get to everybody. You're only one person, but you want to get to everybody, and you appreciate everybody that does reach out to you.
Totally do.
100%. I could see that. I could feel
Absolutely.
that. And it is amazing. And I can't read. I know a lot of people wrote a lot of dialogue, and I probably need glasses. I'm saying this now. I'm probably gonna have to go to the eye doctor. In my mid-40s here, I'm kind of
no, I need them for distance.
For distance?
Yeah. In fact, I have an eye doctor appointment later this afternoon, because I need a new prescription. But I could have put them on.
I could be like glasses.
I could be reading it.
I'm like, can I see your glasses?
Can't see it.
I can't. Is there
see it.
anything, John, that you've seen that you need to put out there? Because we're
There is one that I thought was interesting.
okay. Let's see.
Okay.
We're gonna take our sip of I have tea in mine. Oh, Dexter.
Says, good afternoon, Nicole and Lisa. A question for Lisa. If you were to play a hypnotist in a horror film, what object would she want to use to hypnotize her subject, and why? Lisa Wilcox would make a great on-screen horror hypnotist.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
That. Have you ever been hypnotized?
No, but I went to the show and it freaked me out. My friend went up there.
Yes.
Because she was also law enforcement, because I was a cop in North Las Vegas, And
Yeah,
I know,
don't
not
mess
anymore,
with
though,
this
but I have
one.
ex-coworkers that look out for me.
This beautiful
Oh.
lady, and
I
you
know,
were, she
my
was
friends
told
that
me
know.
some stories. I was like,
You were shocked. I know. I have a lot of
shocked when I
different
look at you.
experiences.
Anyway,
Oh, thank you.
so your friend went up and
He got her under, and anything. She made to believe that these napkins were dollar bills, so she's shoving them out.
oh my god,
Not normal behavior that I've ever seen from her.
Wow.
And then somebody next to me was saying, I go, don't touch me, don't suggest anything. I don't want to be hypnotized. In
Well,
real life.
I have never, I've been curious about it, but I can't say I've ever, I've never been hypnotized before. I don't know. I don't know if I want to
Maybe
be.
you just want to see it from.
Yeah, from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go if you'll go with me. And hold my
Okay,
hand.
I will connect. I will get him so you can have a nice spot.
Okay, and the object, well, first that went in my mind was, well, nunchucks. I can just hypnotize with nunchucks. And I actually came up with this idea to do little mini nunchucks, okay? And you can actually get them on my website, and I take them to conventions, and they're handmade by this fabulous guy, Gabe Lapierre. So immediately when he said, what object, I would have my little mini nunchucks and just be swinging them like this. But if I really was a hypnotist, I would probably use a crystal. I think some kind of long crystal. You know what I mean? What do people use to
Maybe
hypnotize?
with a necklace with a crystal, so anytime you're ever anywhere.
Ooh.
You gotta be innovative, right? I know.
I hear a horror film coming up here.
Oh, there's always so many goodies.
What a hypnotist could do to
They probably
you,
could. I've seen it. I
Because
know.
you've seen it.
I did see it, and it did freak me out. I'd only go one other time then, just for you, but nobody else can make me go. It's almost like when you live in Vegas and everybody wants you to go to the Strip, and you're like, oh, I don't want to go anymore.
Right? Everyone thinks the Strip is everything. No. There's Red Rock and there's Boulder City, and
there's so many.
There's so much fun stuff here,
and there's
it's
ghost towns in the area.
beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Do you know there's a ghost town in the area? Nelson's Ghost Town. Did you ever hear of it? We filmed there too for Desert Fiends.
Where? How far away is it?
It's
from
about maybe 40, 50 minutes from where I live.
Oh,
so
okay.
You could be living a little closer. And sign up for the mining tour.
Wow.
It's very interesting. And they do a lot of film there, which I didn't know. So I was like, I'm going to do film here. So we do have Desert Fiends filmed in 6 different locations. And then there's also My Vegas Magazine that he hosts all these events, very elaborate. So there's a lot of good people in Vegas.
Yeah. And I'm slowly getting to meet them.
Well, I didn't announce anything with if you're here or not. She could be living in California, Texas. I don't know. We'll see. But I know that you have a lot of work here. I'm like,
yes, I do. Actually, yes, I do. Yeah. But generally, I just need so many things film outside of California. I mean, I just need an airport. So many things do film in Texas and Kentucky and Tennessee and Ohio and all of those states I'm going to be revisiting again this year.
So is there, beside your IMBD page, that's fabulous, a lot of work, a lot more work, than what we shared. How can somebody connect with you that they could see your work, but not something where you're going to get overwhelmed because you can't, is there something? Is there a fan page?
I have a Facebook page, but I use Instagram the most.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So that'll work.
And I do have a website. It's Lisa E. Wilcox, LisaEWilcox.com. But Instagram, I try to post on Instagram pretty regularly. And there's 2 movies streaming right now, which I think they're on almost all those streaming platforms, Amazon Prime, maybe Hulu. Anyway, Mystery Spot, which was filmed in a little town, Hempstead, Texas. And it's really good. I'm very proud of my work in that film.
I wrote it down.
So Mystery Spot. And then another one called Murder Anyone. And that was filmed in California. And it won there was a Hollywood Film Festival this year, and it won across the board. And I won Best Supporting Actress. In that.
Congratulations!
I have a trophy and everything.
So
Murder Anyone is sort of this crazy black comedy. It's a lot of fun. Very fun.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I mean, there's so much. I'm still more learning about you.
And there's more stuff that hasn't even come out yet.
But
I try to put it on Instagram and say, "Hey guys, streaming, blah blah blah."
That's
you know.
pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time. I will suffer and go to that hypnotist.
Now she's gonna have nightmares about it.
I just see how you can touch me, but the hypnotist better not suggest touch me. If I act all weird, you do have Kevin's information. You're gonna call my husband and be like, Nicole got hypnotized. She took one for the team, and now she's great. Because they could say something and all of a sudden like snap a finger, and then
That is wild.
I don't like
No,
that.
but I don't think everyone. I mean, haven't you met people who weren't able? They couldn't be hypnotized, or it took.
Well,
3
there is
times?
some, but they got him out of the crowd. Maybe
Oh, they got him out of the crowd.
they're like, yeah, they got him out. Like, you can't, but the rest could stay there because they were easily to be.
Under the influence.
Yeah, the
as it were.
suggestions, the weird suggestions. So I don't want to be like, I don't know.
Okay.
It freaks me out because then,
Do you think in sitting in the audience you could have been hypnotized?
no, because I made sure, like, I was talking to somebody next to me.
But I wonder if anyone else. I wonder if sitting in the audience if you could get hypnotized.
You probably could. So
Probably
if you
could.
do, though, I'm going to film it and then I'll send it to you. I was like, see, Lisa, you wanted to be here, but look what happened to you. Do you remember this? What you just did? You're putting napkins in your shirt thinking they're dollar bills, and they were not dollar bills. Because that's scary. It was so weird to see that.
It would be. Mm-hmm.
But some people just like I got to be on Murray. Do you know Murray, the magician?
Sawchuck.
Huh?
Murray Sawchuck.
Oh, Murray Sawchuck.
I don't.
Sorry. Don't be not on my show now because I didn't say it right. So I was on his show. They have a magician show. It was live feed. He plays a lot of pranks on people out here though. He does a lot of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of people that I know that are in the showbiz. Just to watch out, because they're crafty, they're clever, and I don't even know. You'll see me. See how your face is?
I don't ever want to be pranked.
And I talk a lot. So if you see me not talking, then I'm either scared or I'm dumbfounded or I don't know. I'm in a situation where I'm overthinking and my brain is going to have smoke coming out of it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But it's very rare if you'll see me do that. It's very rare. So no weird hypnotist. I do know a guy, Kevin something. He's in downtown Las Vegas, so we have to be careful.
Okay.
Did you ever go downtown Las Vegas?
I do Fremont.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've been
So
down
my
there a few
friend
times.
Zoe Bowie.
I love the pizza place, the evil pizza.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I haven't ate there, but there is.
It's always packed too.
I'd like to introduce you to Zoe Bowie, Chris Phillis. He's performing there. I finally went to see his shows. He goes everywhere to film like his shows, and he's very energetic.
Okay.
Yeah, but he just changed the words, and well, instead of saying like the words, he'll be like Nicole Vegas, and he'll change it into that, and it embarrasses me a little bit. So I was like, now you can say Lisa Wilcox. You could put the words of Lisa Wilcox in there, and then everybody can look at her like.
Thanks,
Nicole.
Nicole.
He points it out.
Nicole.
He will though. He'll point it out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, stop it. But there's so many good talents out here, and there's so many good connections. So I'm excited about that part.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna.
I'm glad you're excited about it.
Yeah, I can't
Getting
see
the
anything
word
else.
out.
I can't see any chat stuff because John took it off. John,
What?
the chat thing, it doesn't show. I just want to make sure there's nothing else, and then we can wrap it up.
Oh, the chat thing. No,
the
we
chat
got it.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
good. Okay,
I wish
good.
I could read it.
I know. You know what?
Well, you can. Do you see another one?
Lisa
maybe?
and I say hi to everybody.
Yes, we do.
We could look it over afterwards. We want to say thank you so much for staying tuned, and
It will be on there in posterity.
yeah, Nicole Vegas
Forever.
Views. Check out everything, and also look into Monsterpalooza. Is there any other events that you're doing that people need to know too?
Yes, there's the big. I need to look at my calendar, but there's a big one in Indianapolis on August.
Okay.
And then there is Spooky Empire in Florida coming up.
Empire.
So there's quite a few.
So-
but try to watch those movies if you get a chance.
So I'm going to look up the Spooky Empire because I'm in a lot of talent groups and I can share it that way so people know. Because some people don't know. I mean, it is about the marketing and promoting. So, because I was like, I wouldn't know. I didn't even know about that.
Yes.
I like Florida.
And I try to put them on, and I only have Monsterpalooza on my website right now, but I need to get the others added too.
Well, I'd be excited.
So-
You're busy. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes.
And let me know how the eye doctor goes. You'd be like, maybe recommend me. And I'll be like, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, Lisa recommended me here. And they're like, oh yeah, your eyes are shot. I'm like, well, I didn't okay, driving
I
still.
know. I've needed glasses since I was forever for driving and to see movies.
I see
How about
anything
that?
now, obviously. I don't even know. I said, do you make that smaller, John? I think you purposely made it smaller.
No. It's Jason Marcos Velez, and he says, I'm scared to sleep now.
He's so silly. Hi, Jason. Bless. I've had him host me here before. He is a stud coordinator here.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I worked on site with him. So, but I was bored, so I had like ghost props, and I would come at him and tease people and scare them. I know. Is that shame on me? Huh? Shame on me.
No, you're
On the downtime, there was nobody on the like the working set. It was like off to the side where I found a coffin that came out of it.
fun.
That's what
That sounds
happens.
kind of sad. I want to be on.
Yeah, but there are some fun stuff. There's some fun things to connect with. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for staying tuned. Nicole Vegas. I'm Nicole Vegas.
Lisa Wilcox.
Right.
Thanks, guys.